Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm all right. The yard, on the other hand.
Holy moly, that wind last night. I couldn't believe how strong it was, especially when it was only calling for like 20-mile-an-hour gusts. That was definitely more in the ballpark of like 60, I want to say. Like, that was insane.
Yeah, show the folks.
All right.
See what we're talking about. Here, let me push
sorta...
the button. I got you. Look at that, guys.
Yeah.
It took the old trampoline through the yard. Ripped some of the legs out of it even. Like,
look at the legs,
look
still hanging out, still sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely did a number out here. It took all this stuff. I mean, some of those were already scattered around, but like down here I had my potted plants I was going to take out to the garden area and just set because I wasn't ready to plant them yet. But those are all those flowers that they gave me for Mother's Day. And now some of the bulbs are scattered. I mean, there's more trash everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot more trash everywhere. The basketball hoop fell over. Our ladder fell over. And yeah.
The cushions on the couch were flying around. I mean, yeah.
It was insane yesterday. And we were watching a family movie and we were just like listening to it all last night. And in the basement, it's hard to tell when we have weather, to be quite frank.
Yeah, because the basement's like a really good shield.
Yeah, and now that we have the cabin up there, we don't even hear the water or anything, pelting the roof or anything like that.
It has to be like really coming down for you to hear any of it.
Yep. And yeah, last night we heard it. And we were like, holy crap, man.
I had Gary. I was like, Gary, look on Ryan Hall. Are we under like nadir warnings right now? What's going on? And no, our area wasn't under a nadir warning.
I mean, they said that it can't be ruled out, but it's more so...
There wasn't like a warning given.
Yeah, it was just hail and just severe weather.
Oh, and we had some severe weather.
Yeah.
Which now we're going to have to deal with. Today is our last day before our trip. Gary was able to get a lot of the stuff done for the animals and everything yesterday. I was able to get a lot of things done too. We did end up going over to Mom's and helping out Mom. So yesterday was a super productive day. But today is our last day to square everything up and around, pack everything, load up the car and whatnot before we take off for our trip. And now we just added one more thing to the list with extra stuff that we needed to clean up because we already cleaned up earlier this week.
Yeah.
So now we gotta do it again.
Now we gotta do it all again, but it's all right, one day at a time. And,
it is what it is. What are you gonna do,
Yeah. At least it's beautiful out right now. I mean, it's still super, super foggy and cloudy.
Yeah, like you can't even see the mountain. You just see our first ridge, and the fog this morning was pretty thick.
Yep.
Driving down to the bus stop this morning, there's fallen trees, there's all kinds, and it was really foggy. It looked like Sleepy Hollow, which this right here, guys, this is my jam. I love this weather. I've said it so many times. I love the overcasty days. Yeah. This is my favorite. This is the best because it's the easiest on my eyes. I don't got to wear the sunglasses. Things aren't burning my face off, It's nice.
My arm's getting...
Here, set it up.
My arm's getting heavy.
Set it up for a minute. Heavy arm. Here, let's set you guys up right here for just a second, and then you guys can give me a minute.
I'm still recovering from all that concrete.
Oh, dude, me too.
And I redid the math.
Hold on. Let me go stand somewhere so I know where to be. There, you guys can get the ridge in the background too. No. Hopefully, I won't be too short.
I redid the math on
there we go.
the bags of concrete and everything, and it was a lot more than 9,000 pounds. It was actually a lot closer to 12,000 pounds. It was like 11,688 pounds.
I don't know. Y'all's math is funky. There's not six on each pallet row. There's 5.
No, there's 6.
No, there's 5. Go watch the video. There's 5.
I'm pretty sure there's 6.
I edited the video. There's 5.
2
there's
and
2
then 4.
and then there's 3.
Is it 3?
There's 2 and 3.
I could have sworn it's 4.
It's 5.
If it's 5, then it's 35.
Yes.
I'm going to have to triple check that again.
He doesn't believe me. I
went over
hours
there and I
editing the
stacked it.
video, and
I'll
he
triple
doesn't
check
believe
it.
me.
I'll triple check it. If it is 5, then yeah, it's less than that. But I could have sworn that I've seen 6 on there.
Folks in the comments section, you guys watch the video. Drop it down in the comments. We're gonna end it today because as soon as this is over, he's gonna go and look back at the video.
If there is 6 layers, or 6 per layer, right? And there's 7 layers per pallet. So 6 times 7 is 42. But if it's 5, then you know
it's 5, baby.
It's 35 on the pallet.
Yep.
But I don't know.
It's 35 per pallet. Either way, it's a ton of weight. No matter which way you slice it. It is so much weight that we're both still like, we're hurting for certain. Yep. We got so much stuff to do today, friends. Today, Gary, what are you gonna get into?
I've got to finish up the chicken water. We got back, you know, from your mom's and everything like that. I started going on that, and then it started sprinkling on me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? It's gonna get dark in like literally an hour, and I don't really want to be out here soaked right when it's getting dark and everything like that. So I called it, and I did get some of it going. I just have to get a base going for it and then set that up. But
that way it's taller.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then other than that, now we got to deal with other things that are blowing around and whatnot. So yeah, and then we also got to clean up Tiny. Yep. And everything. So
which we're gonna divide and conquer today. Gary's gonna go down to the chicken area and finish setting up all the water over there. Yep. I'm gonna go to town, and I mean I could do it at home, but the thing is it's actually gonna be faster for me just to go to town to do it. Yeah. I need to vacuum out the inside of the car because there's so much like mud clumps and just yucky and gross inside the car, and I need to make a last minute trip to Wally World. Because you guys may or may not have noticed, but when I record with my phone, whether we have our mics plugged in or not, which today you can tell we're not wearing them, essentially with my new phone and the way that I set it up and used to use it for my old phone, it was essentially plug and play where I would plug the USB-C right into the phone and have that plugged into the Rode mic transmitter, and it would transmit it to the phone. Well, this newfangled phone, it's not working the same way. So I need an adapter. I need an aux to USB-C adapter, and then I can use my microphones with the phone. So on the video that we posted yesterday on SimpleLifeReclaimed, I noticed it when I was editing. I was like, how come the mics weren't, I know we had the mics on. I double checked it. I made sure everything was synced. What's going on here? And I tried to increase the volume for certain parts where Gary was talking, but I did get a few comments like, how come your mics aren't working, or we can't hear you, Gary? And I'm sorry, I didn't know because it's still a brand new phone. I didn't know.
Working through the kinks.
Yeah, working through all the kinks. So when I go to town today, I'm gonna get the Tiny all vacuumed and cleaned out, so that way as soon as I come home, we can get Tiny packed up. Yep. And I'm also gonna take a trip to Wally World, get my little extension piece, any other little odds and ends that we might need before our trip.
Some car snacks.
Yeah, car snacks.
And
we're gonna try to be healthy on our trip too, and we're gonna try not to go to too much fast food. I'm gonna bring the old peanut butter and jelly and some bread and stuff in the car with some snacks.
You're gonna see me going through Roberto's.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, no.
We're not gonna go to Roberto's.
There's certain places on the West Coast.
Is another one where that's definitely gonna get hit up.
And I'm gonna suffer through it because I wanna.
And Pops.
I want it.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta pick and choose which one I want to suffer for, you know?
Just get the protein burger. You know what I mean?
It's beef.
No, I know, but get the protein burger without the floured bun, you know?
Yeah, where it's wrapped in lettuce. Maybe. Mm-hmm. It's not so much the flour, it's the beef.
No, I know.
It's the beef. But I'm gonna suffer through it, man. I'm gonna take my medicine on those days. Just because I've been waiting, right? I haven't been on the West Coast for years. Too. And Pops is so good, too.
No.
If you guys
spots where
if you guys are in the Las Vegas area and you want like a really good Philly cheesesteak, over by the Meadows Mall, there's this little shack. And it's this little rinkety old shack, and it's black, and it says Pops right on the top of it, right?
Or at least...
That's what it used to when we were
That's what it looked like when...
we were there last. It's looked like that for years, though.
No, I know, but who knows if he updated it or whatever.
That's true, but I mean that's kind of their signature thing. Yeah. Anyhow, you cannot drive through. There's no seating area. You have to walk up to it. You park and then you walk up there and order, and then he makes it and gives it to you. The best, absolute best Philly cheesesteaks that you're gonna have.
I like the fact that he's got cheese whiz.
Yes,
like
cheese whiz sauce. That's what makes
That's what makes that. It's like, oh my goodness.
He takes this big ladle and he just all over the sandwich. You're gonna get filthy eating it. It's like worse than a sloppy Joe as far as like the filth on your hands and everything. But every bite is so worth it, and that is definitely one place that we are for sure going.
Yeah.
I can't wait, and I can't wait to show you what we're talking about when we say Pops, because we're going to be bringing you guys along for our travel vlog series. Just whatever, like usual, whatever we get into for the day, we'll record and we'll upload, and you guys can be right there with us.
Mm-hmm.
Come on a West Coast trip with us. It should be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really good time. We have a lot of stuff planned.
Yes.
For while we're out there. The big thing, though, is Tundra's wedding.
Yes.
That's like the biggest thing, but we're going to be saving the big thing for last.
Yeah.
Like, that's the last thing that we do before we head on back home. So, yeah.
Yep.
But there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to do in Utah, spending a lot of time with your family. The kids are getting more and more excited as the days get closer and closer. Yep. And I know that all of the nieces and nephews are getting more and more excited, right? Because we haven't seen them for years, but man, we sure do love them and miss them.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like I said, it's been like about 5 years.
Well, we have one nephew and one niece that we haven't even met yet.
Yeah.
Because they were born as we were moving. Yep. So there's some babies. It's gonna be really nice.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be a lot of a lot of good times, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. It's gonna be great. We got some friends that we're gonna see out there. Not too many, because you know, life brings people in different directions, and it's kind of unfortunate sometimes when that happens. Because you could be the bestest friends, right, and go through so much stuff together, and then as your life changes, maybe you guys don't change in the same direction. And we still got nothing but love for those folks. If you're ever watching, and if you know who you are, we're always still a phone call away, but sometimes, your interests and things change. And as me and Gary started moving farther and farther away from city life, our friend circle got smaller and smaller from our city friends. And it's not because we don't like them or anything. Our interests just changed. Yeah. And now we're not, me and you, I know we're not the same people that we used to be.
No.
Like night and day difference. We're not even close to the same people that we used to be.
That's a 100% true statement right there.
Yeah.
So it's been super nice, and it's gonna be nice to go out there. But I will say this: I know for a fact when we come back, everything's gonna be green.
Oh my gosh! Yes! I can't wait for that. I can't wait for her to come home. Like I'm excited to leave, but I'm also excited to come home. And me and Gary, we were talking about that too just this morning as we took the kids to the bus stop. We're like, man, we're gonna come back. Everything's gonna be green, right? And it's like we're leaving this beautiful green Sleepy Hollow area to go to the brown desert where it always looks the same.
What was that over there? I hope that was a cat.
Cat or a rabbit?
It was black.
Oh, it's probably one of the cats.
I hope that was a cat.
It's probably Sylvia.
If that was where I was thinking it was, that might not have been a cat.
It's Sylvia.
I'm hoping.
I bet it's Sylvia.
I'm just saying, I'm looking that way, I'm like, I don't know.
But yeah, I've noticed too, like as our friend group kind of has gotten smaller and smaller from that, right? Our friend group out here has gotten larger and larger and larger. So we don't feel like we're lacking in any kind of a way,
And it's been super nice.
And you guys online too, right? Our online friends, which are just as important.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. It's gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to this trip.
I got some butterflies.
I do too.
I got some butterflies.
I'm looking forward to it. It's of course, I'm so glad that we packed chains and we did what we did with the tires, and we bought the tires that we did buy, because I'm looking at the weather and everything, and it looks like we're going to go straight into possibly a snowstorm or two. Like,
yay!
So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting.
It's all right. It's gonna be an adventure. It's gonna be an adventure.
I'm hoping we hit the tail end of that aspect.
I'm not having really like any sort of butterflies or like anxious feelings about any of that per se. For me, it's more so being around that many people in a city where there's millions of people around you, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like an empathetic person in a way to where I'm very vibey, and like I kind
The
of
city life is a little
sponge off of people's feelings.
little
Like I
intense.
can walk into a room where there's a bunch of people, and like I get smacked in the face with a feeling without anybody saying anything to me, without making eye contact with anybody. It's kind of a weird thing, to be honest with you. And the more closer I get into cities, like I find myself being really kind of like withdrawn and drained, and it like sucks. It sucks the life out of me, or it gives that life to me.
Yeah.
I don't know which way to say it, but
Yeah.
and being in cities and stuff, it can make me be that way. So I'm praying for some protection, and I'm praying for to have it not be affecting me so much. But I definitely am a little anxious preemptively for that, because I know it's going to happen. Like
Yeah.
just that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, and it is a very true thing in any big metropolitan city. Everybody is on that fast life.
You gotta keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, it's there's a song that goes for it, but I don't want to say it, but there's not some good language in there. All right, so move. You know what?
Yeah, ludicrous.
Get out the way.
Ludicrous.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's the city life. So yeah, and that's exactly what it is. I'm not looking forward to that either.
No, I'm not, and it's not
driving
just,
out
not
here.
Just the traffic, right? And
The
and
traffic
there's a lot
though
of,
alone, alone is such a aspect to it, but
and there's a lot of wonderful people, right? Good people can be found anywhere.
yes.
Bad people can be found anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately though, right? Because when you have, odds are, at least this day and age, a lot of people are very self-oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get that many people together and the majority are self-oriented, it's just that
nonstop.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But we're going to focus on the positive, and we are going to focus on the good folks that we're going to go and see. I'm very excited to meet Tundra's soon-to-be beautiful bride. I haven't even gotten to meet her yet. And we're going to be able to see Aaron, too, which we haven't seen Aaron in forever. And Aaron's got a new girlfriend. Aaron's also been one of those forever bachelor friends of ours.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a new lady.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be a good time, man. We're gonna be able to see some of our good friends and some good people and some family, and
we're gonna have make some memories.
The kids are gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time of coming.
It has been. Since we've moved out here, after we went back and picked up Anthony and Rox with the horse trailer and came back, we haven't left this area. We've gone to Oklahoma, and we've gone to Missouri, and that's it.
When did we go to? Oh yeah, we did go through Missouri. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we didn't really go too far. We stayed in Arkansas for the most part. So,
and I love it. I don't want.
I love it out here. It's great. It's great.
I'm happy we moved here. We're gonna be homesick a little bit. I think I'm gonna be homesick for the woodpeckers and the streams, and this weather and the
trees.
This Arkansas has absolutely become our home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy to think that, because I grew up a desert girl. Like always in the dirt and always in the rocks, and you see for thousands of miles, and that'll be nice. There's nothing like a desert sunset. I tell you what, that's the one thing that the desert has
sunsets
way better than Arkansas, way better than anywhere that I've been, even better than the beaches
too.
To me.
I feel like the stars out there are way more intense
mm-hmm.
and vast, even out here where there's not really a whole lot of natural light
mm-hmm.
to mess with you or anything else like that. I feel like it's not as bright.
Well, I don't know the science behind it, but it likely has something to do with all of our trees. Like, even though we have this area cleared out and you could look straight up, I think it has something to do with the way that light bounces.
I think it's that, but I think what it is that this side of the country is a lot more populated than it is out west, where there's a lot more way open vastness. Like, you better, when you see a gas station, you better stop and fill up. Because you ain't going to see one for another 300 miles. Like,
Facts.
So, I mean, that's where I'm looking at it in that aspect. Whereas, like, since there is so many cities that there's just so much more light going up, even though
and that
we had Vegas, right?
That also depends on where exactly you are, too, because there's like pockets of extremely populated areas like Las Vegas, like LA, like San Jose. There's for the West Coast that I'm talking about specifically. But then within those states, like Nevada, besides Reno and Las Vegas, there's nothing.
Yeah. There's really not a whole lot out there.
Okay, there's Carson City, Carson City. There's tiny little, but even Carson City is tiny in comparison to Vegas and Reno.
The cities are a lot more spaced out.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yes. Yes.
So I think that might have something more to do with it, but you might be onto something with the trees.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Somebody out there knows, though, and you guys can let us know.
I ain't no scientist in that aspect or anything else like that.
But I have noticed, too, though, the brightness. Yep. And you would think that, well, you got this opening, because we've gone out, Gary and I have gone out, and we've laid down in the dirt or on the back of the truck, that too. Yep. And we've looked up at the stars in our clearing areas and stuff, and we stargaze and have a good time with that. But I remember doing that in the backyard in Arizona. Yep. And we would lay on the trampoline that we had over there, and it did seem like they were brighter.
It seemed like they were brighter, and it was just a lot more vast. Like you could see the particles in the
you could see the Milky Way
and everything, and it was a lot more just like there you are. But then again, we were also at 3,500 feet.
Maybe humidity plays a game with that.
That's a good observation too.
Like maybe you can't see through the humidity or something.
But then again, and it's also too, like I was just saying too, the elevation, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're a lot higher.
You're a lot higher up, so you're a lot closer to the sky.
That's true.
Whereas
all of those things have something to play with it.
It's a mix of everything. I feel.
It's a mixed bag. Anyway, friends, we got to get up stepping on today. Yes. We just wanted to pop in and say good morning to you. Wish you guys a wonderful day. Real quick, end of video announcements per the usual. So, we recorded a video for Simple Life yesterday. I have it all in the can, but I have not really edited it. I put it all on the timeline, and that's about as far as I've gotten with it. Because today is our last day until we can get out of here, I don't think I'm going to edit today. I will probably edit tomorrow when we're on the road, and I ain't got nothing else better to do. Yep. So, best case scenario, you guys are going to see it after when we get to the hotel and I could use their internet to upload it. Yep. Worst case scenario, you guys are going to get it on Sunday. Yep. That's just going to how it's going to be. And then, we're going to record today. We're going to record on a road trip. So you guys are going to start getting a nice slow trickle of videos coming out. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to do the very best that I can as I can. We will still update you every day here on Real Talk with SLR, so you guys can still be with us in these raw, unedited format style videos. So we're still here for you guys. But all of our edited vlogs, they are going to have to just wait just a little bit, just because we're kind of crazy right now, going here and there and doing all the things. Yep. So there's that. So friends, I want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR. Yes. Keep your notifications turned on. Make sure that you guys are subscribed and hit the bell, the like button, all those fun things. And we'll see you on Simple Life as soon as I can get to it, and we will be back tomorrow with another episode of Real Talk with SLR, most likely on the road edition.
Oh yeah.
So until then, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.